Thank you for your interest and wanting to learn more about SmartPay. We're making this easier to sell literally, so let's begin. So what is our new offer? Pretty much what we did was simplify the pricing structure. All customers approved for SmartPay will pay off their lease over a 12-month period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Each term will consist of 12 convenient monthly payments, plus the upfront payment due at the store at the time of purchase. Now remember, the upfront payment amount will always be the same as the monthly payment amount. The early payoff option. Every customer will receive the same early payoff option, which is a 90-day early buyout option with a 20% fee. Now remember, customers can still pay off early at any time to save on fees. Approval amounts. All approval amounts will be between $200 and $1,500. The approval amounts can be used to lease smartphones, accessories, and airtime. More information for more approvals. This just gives us a greater ability to approve more customers. Some customers may be asked to enter this additional information, but not all. But if they are, just have the customer enter their routing number and account number of their banking information, a current employer, and one reference. For most applicants, this step is going to be skipped and this page will not appear. So what is SmartPay? SmartPay is a lease-to-own plan that lets consumers purchase smartphones, airtime, and accessories by making convenient monthly payments. SmartPay collects all funds from the consumer, and the dealer does not need to collect any funds whatsoever from the consumer. There is no recourse to the dealer. We do not charge back dealers if the consumer does not make their payments. Eligibility requirements. So who is eligible for SmartPay? The customer must be at least 18 years of age, must have a valid Social Security number or I-10. They must have a debit card linked to their bank account. A restriction is there is no prepaid cards accepted. The lease is only valid for tangible goods, phones, accessories in the first month of service. And the customer must have enough available funds in their bank account to cover their first upfront payment. So let's do a quick SmartPay recap. SmartPay offers a 12-month lease-to-own plan. The lease approval amounts will be between $200 and $1,500, and the payment plans, it will be the upfront payment plus the 12-month payment term. The early payment option, a 90-day early buyout option with a 20% fee. The upfront payment amount will always equal out to the same as the monthly payment, and we have no processing fees. The payment frequency and amount. Consumers can choose to pay the amount of their fixed payment monthly, every 2 weeks, or twice monthly. The minimum purchase of a lease is $50, and the lease fee is the amount charged to terminate and give the customer ownership prior to the end of their SmartPay lease payment plan. Why SmartPay? SmartPay is easy to use, sell, and buy. So why SmartPay? Easy to use. It's a quick 2-minute application, gives you instant approval, and it's a paperless process. It's easy to sell. It's no credit minimum, and the customer can always save money by paying off early. It's easy to buy. Customer can purchase phones, accessories, and service plans. Sell more with customers making simple monthly payments. SmartPay is easy to pitch to consumers. SmartPay is easy as 1, 2, 3. You simply ask the customer what it is that they're looking for and ask them if they would like the option to pay over time. It's that easy. Take them through the 2-minute application. Once the customer is approved, you help them choose a device, accessory, service plan, and you simply complete the sale. Early payoff options to help them save money. Now remember, if the customer takes advantage of their early payoff option, they will save 80% in fees by paying off within the first 90 days. After 90 days, consumers will still save money if they pay off early, and they can always pay off at any time to save on fees. Objections are easy to overcome. Overcoming objections with SmartPay. If a customer says that the price is too high, that they simply can't afford it, a few of the rebuttals are, they can always pay off early to reduce the cost of the lease. We are cheaper than the competition. And the customer has the ability to cancel their lease off at any time. Or if the customer says, I don't understand how this works, you simply explain the single offer, which is 13 payments altogether in a 12-month term. Easy upfront payment will be the same as the monthly payment, and it's simple. You simply apply, you get approved, and you can start shopping. You could take your phone home today. How to conduct a transaction. New store site is even faster to process those applications. So the first thing you want to do is get in the habit of going to www.exactbins.com/lookup. You want to enter the first six digits of the customer's debit card. Put that right in there. And then if the card reads on the bottom here, standard, classic, traditional, business, or debit, okay, it means that we do accept it. So right here where it says card subtype, if it says any one of those, then we do accept it. If it says prepaid in this section, we do not accept it. You can use the pricing calculator to estimate those monthly and upfront payments before the customer even applies. So simply just put your browser right here in this circle. You slide it back and forth. You just put it on whatever the least amount is. In this scenario, it's $700, and it automatically calculates the first upfront payment and the monthly payment. Logging into your SmartPay store site. You simply go here, you enter your store ID. If you do not know your store ID, you want to contact your account manager or your field sales account manager for SmartPay. If your name does not appear, you want to click Enroll and add your name. Once you add your name should pop up right here on the right-hand side, and you want to select your name before starting a transaction. For new applicants, you want to take them over here to Start New. If you cannot find an existing application, you call into customer care. The customer does not need to start a whole new application. Now, this is for those customers that came into your store, they applied, and they were approved. They have 7 days to think about it, and their application will be valid for 7 days. If they do come back into your store, instead of them going to starting a whole new application, you want to take them over here to Finding Existing. That customer is going to put in their birthday and the last four of their social, and the transaction will come right up. This is also used to check the status of an application and also to process a return. So the customer simply puts in their name, their last name, their email address, phone number, their social, and birthday, and click Continue. In this screen, the customer simply enters their address, click Continue. Now, this was the third step verification that I mentioned earlier. For most applicants, this step is going to be skipped, and this screen will not appear. If the applicant needs to return, leave the store and return to gather this information, they can always exit the application and resume the application within the 7 days where they left off. Applicants will receive an email, and they can also complete this step at home. But for those customers that do see this, again, just have them put in their banking information, their routing number and account number, a current employer information, and a personal reference. And then this is where it shows that the application literally only takes 10 to 30 seconds to process. And voila, in this scenario, Jill was approved for $1,000. Now remember, all approval amounts will be between $200 and $1,500. Jill was approved for $1,000, and now it's time to go shopping. Now, this is what the transaction screen is going to look like. So this is where the popular items are going to be. So in this scenario, if Jill wants any of these phones, you select whatever phone it is, and you put the amount over here. If the item entered of the mobile phone, a field is asking for the ESN or IMEI number appears, you must provide the ESN IMEI number of the phone in order to proceed. For the non-mobile phone items, such as accessories or service plan, you can select that option in the drop-down menu and enter a description. If it's an accessory, select it from the drop-down menu. You are required to enter a description of that accessory. For example, if it's a screen protector, you're required to put in that it's a screen protector. Or if it's a phone case, you're required to put that it's a phone case. Now, this is the section where the consumer can select their payment frequency. The choices are once a month, twice monthly, every 2 months, or every 4 weeks. every consumer's debit card information. So this is where the customer wants to enter their information right in, enter the debit card number and expiration date, and the security pin on the back of the card. Consumers must agree to the terms and electronically sign the lease. So this is where they would just click this box down here. Ensure the customer that they understand the terms before he or she signs the lease. And then this is what the debit card authorization processing screen looks like. You will be asked to verify the customer's mobile number or enter a new number. And the transaction has been completed. So this is what the transaction complete screen looks like. It will have a recap of their early payoff option, their monthly payment amount, and the length of their lease. Now remember, print out 2 copies. Give one to the consumer and one for yourself and to keep for your store record. Now, if the consumer is declined, this is the screen that's going to appear. The consumer will receive an email with instructions on how they can find out why they were declined. We also use the KBA to confirm identity, which is triggered for a small portion of consumers. The KBA happens after a payment detail screen is submitted. The KBA will ask 3 multiple choice questions based on the personal information and history to validate the customer's information. Consumer will be asked to answer 3 questions based on their personal information. If consumers answer the questions correctly, their debit card will be processed. And then once again, they will be asked to click this box for an electronic signature. Example, a failed identity verification. These declines are intended to protect the consumer against people stealing their identity. Now, key points to remember about SmartPay. All customers will receive a 90-day early payoff option. Verify that the customer has a debit card tied to a checking account before applying. Enter all personal data accurately to ensure accurate decision-making. SmartPay works best on Google Chrome. Do not split funds. For example, if a customer wants to do half on SmartPay and the other half in cash, the total amount must be done through SmartPay. Do not use the same debit card for different customers' applications. Consumers can only use one debit card at one time. The early payoff options are not automatic. If a customer wants to take advantage of the offer, the consumer must call into customer care and request the early payoff option, or they could do it themselves by simply visiting www.smartpaylease.com. SmartPay is a lease product and it is not financing. SmartPay is not a line of credit. So what the customer does not use at the point of sale, the customer will lose. So for example, if a customer was approved for $800, but they only want to use $400, the customer cannot return to the store a day later or even an hour later and say, hey, I had a remaining $400 balance. I want to use that now. That is not allowed. So whatever the customer does not use, they lose. So the SmartPay Partner Dashboard, this is for owners, managers, and associates. They can all access the SmartPay dashboard. We've made some big changes, so be one of the first to experience the new SmartPay dashboard. So these are the changes and updates to the SmartPay dashboard. It's pretty easy enrollment experience with multiple options with the ACH and the VPC. So adding team members. So the team member roles will be the owner, administrator, which is the finance managers or market managers, store managers, or associates. Robust reporting. There will be a cash flow summary report, which will list transactions by the application number in store, application success, so the number of applicants that were started, submitted, approved, and completed as well for overall conversion rates, sales opportunities, so customers that were approved for SmartPay but didn't complete the application, these are potential sales that are just left on the table. Disbursement. You can use this report to reconcile your financial account information, and it displays pending and processed payments. So let's take a quick look at the dashboard. Customize your team and assign roles. So team member roles. Administrators have all the privileges of the owners. The store managers have access to some reporting, but not all, and some associates have access to process applications and are limited with the reporting and tracking the applications. All team members will receive an email with instructions on how to log in their account. All team members should be added. When your team members change, you can always log back in and add and delete team members. Pretty much down here, you just click continue when all your team members have been added. Why add team members? Pretty much the owners will be in control. So you want to add administrators, owners, and store associates, and they'll have certain access to certain data. The market managers and district managers can now manage how SmartPay influences their business. It also creates a competitive environment. If an owner would like to compensate employees based on SmartPay performance, they can now do so by tracking the results on the SmartPay dashboard. Easy reconcile. Export reports that you need them to reconcile payments. Owners can now provide access to finance managers and other influencers that may need to access and reconcile SmartPay transactions. Reporting. This is what the dashboard homepage is going to look like. It's pretty much a snapshot of the account performance. Scroll down to review more data, the application success rate, sales opportunity, benchmarking against other SmartPay retailers, and team performance. You can also request a demo and see more. So this is what the reporting landing page is going to look like. You can click on the cash flow summary, the application success, sales opportunities, or disbursement. Creating the reports. This will give you the opportunity to create a report either the past 7 days or the past 30 days, and you can also export them as well. Key points to remember. The SmartPay dashboards allows owners to provide access to their team. Robust reporting is now available to ensure proper reconciliation with the ability to export data. Store associates and managers can review pending approvals to close more sales. Key SmartPay contact information. So for technical issues, you want to contact dealer support at smartpaylease.com, and that phone number is 415-390-2614. The customer support will be support@smartpaylease.com, and that phone number is 1-800-374-5587. You also want to contact your account manager for personalized training or to set up an event at your store today. Thank you.